In this video, I am going to be decorating my front porch hallway area for autumn. Now, I wish that I had one of those gorgeous covered porch areas that you see on all the Instagram posts and the Pinterest posts, where I could put out a little seat and a cushion and a blanket and, all of the autumn decor. But the reality is, I don't. I've got a really awkwardly shaped kind of front porch area. Now, just to clarify, here in the UK, when we're talking about a porch, we are talking usually about our sort of inner hallway rather than the outside area. I wish that I had one of those big, wrap-around porches that I could fill with autumn decor and pumpkins and all the rest of it. But I don't. I've got a really kind of small, awkward area, one door, my main front door, and you come straight through it, and then you're into an inner hallway door. So I'm just going to be working with what I've got. Come on, I'll let you have a look and we can decorate it together. So my front door area, my summer flowers are still going strong and I'm really loath to pull them all out, so I might just leave the outside for now. But I've got a tiny little overhang at the top, but with it all being very exposed out here, I really can't put much decor out here. I can maybe put some pumpkins on the steps here, I've done that before, but there's not space out here to really put much else. And then we go through the main front door and we are into this kind of smaller inside porch area. There's nothing really much in it just now. I've had these two kind of planters with some faux ferns. And yeah, then we're into the inside porch door going through to the hall. And I've got a big mirror here to one side. And on the other side, I've just got a little kind of print thing. And yeah, that's it. It's a very small space. That first thing that I'm going to do is just kind of clean round the doorway area. It's amazing how quickly the cobwebs gather, and just clean off the glass so that we've got a nice fresh doorway, and the same with the inside door so that we're working with a nice clean space. And to be honest, I don't really have a proper plan for what I'm going to do with this. I'm just going to have a play around with it and see what we end up with. I've got a couple of things that I've got in mind for it. And I think that's one of the things that really scares people about doing kind of seasonal decorating, is that they think, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I'm not very creative. And I would say just have a go, certainly, look at Pinterest, follow people on Instagram, follow people here on YouTube and get some ideas. But it's just about letting go and just being, being free with it, just letting your imagination go and just dabble, a bit like if you wanted to have a go at, some artwork or something like knitting or something like that you've got to start somewhere. So yeah, don't be afraid of it. Just get together some bits and pieces, some inexpensive bits and bobs, and just have a play around. It's fun. I've set the camera up in the mirror so you'll get two of me. I don't know how this is going to work out, but working in such a small space, I thought it might be the best place to put the camera, and hopefully you'll get to see what's actually going on. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to do some sort of garland around the doorway here. You can see that there's still clear hooks up here. These are command hooks. I had them up for Christmas and I've just left them up because they're clear. You don't really see them, and it was always my intention to put something up for autumn. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do there. At the sides here, I've actually picked up a couple of these black lanterns that I'm hopefully going to incorporate. I wondered about leaving the planters in place and doing some more kind of flowers there, but if I'm going to do a garland, I'm not sure how that would look. So yeah, let's just get started and see where we end up. So that's my garland up. I was thinking about adding some more stems and things to it, but actually I think it's okay as it is, so I'm going to leave it. And now I'm going to turn my attention to the lanterns. Now, I'll let you see, I've bought these two lanterns, but at ground level, I think they're just a little bit too low and I wanted to raise them up a bit. So I've been playing around with the planters that I already had and trying to work out a way that I could raise the lanterns above the height of the planter. So let me show you what I've come up with. And sometimes it is just about, playing around with what you've actually got. So let's have a look at what's there. So this is the planter that usually sits in this corner. I think I got it from Matalan some time ago. I've got a few dotted around because it was great because it was the perfect size just to go in this corner, and there's another corner at the other side which is exactly the same size. So I've had these sitting here. Now these lanterns that I picked up in Sainsbury's, so they're Habitat ones, this actually fits inside that. I kind of think that looks a little bit daft. I just want it to be raised off the floor. I think it's just a little bit insignificant sitting down on the floor like that. I just want it raised up a bit. I'm not sure about that. So what I have come up with is I found that I had two of these kind of mirror plates. You can use them, on a table for putting a candle display or something like that on the top. And that's not a bad size for kind of putting over the top there, just to give me a stable base. And then sitting the lantern on the top there. And then what I'm going to do is I think, it does look a little bit odd. So I think I need to sort of cover a little bit of this base. And then I remembered that I have these stems. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pop a stem in the kind of back corner here and just sort of tweak it a little bit. It'll look better once it's all done. But yeah, just to give me a bit of a base and pop a candle in it. So like I say, it's just about playing around with it and see what you can come up with. So let's have a go at that. So I was just having a look through my kind of autumn decor boxes and I found this string of lights that I'd kind of forgotten that I had with these kind of coppery leaves on them. So I'm wondering how it might look if I tried to thread it through here just to give it a little bit of twinkle at night. We've got the faux candles in the lanterns, but I'm wondering how that would look. So I'm going to try and thread it through and see if we can add some twinkle lights to the garland. Oh yes, I do like that. Obviously, you'll get a better impact when it's dark. But yeah, it's very nice. Now I have this little lamp here on a timer, and I think I've got another timer that I can plug the little copper lights into too, so they can just kind of go on at the same time. It's always nice to have a timer so you don't even have to think about it. Now, I have a wreath for this door, but I'm actually thinking it's going to be too much. So I might end up putting my wreath on my outside front door, but it just feels a bit odd just now because I've got still got my summer planting out there. So I'll hang it here, let you see it, and you can let me know in the comments whether you would keep it or whether you think it's too much. Now, this is my little hack for hanging a wreath. So what I've done is I've threaded the ribbon just underneath, just through the wreath here, and then I'll show you on this front door. I've got a command hook hanging upside down on the door, and it's the same on the other door. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the ribbon up and over the door, and then just tie a bow on the back side. As I say, the hook is on upside down, so your wreath just hangs there nicely. And so this is what we've ended up with. As I say, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the wreath there or not. I may switch out to the front door once I get those outside plants done, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Definitely could, if I wanted to, put some pumpkins or something around the base here, but honestly sometimes less is more, and I think there's enough going on here. And also I'm going to be traveling for a couple of weeks in the middle of the sort of autumn season, and I'm not sure how real pumpkins would do inside, with heat and such like, so I think I am just going to call it a day at that. And if you're ready for some more autumn decorating inspiration, then you're definitely going to want to check out this video right here.